Creative Cardiology. Hello, hello, happy Friday to you. I'm having some technical issues here as YouTube has changed all of the buttons around. So I apologize if the lighting is a little poor because I tried going live messing with the buttons and then I couldn't get back. So bear with me today. All right, we are going to be playing with Stampin' Up's detailed Dogwood stamp set. It's a gorgeous set that is perfect for collage. And we are going to pair that with the Masterfully Made Designer Series paper. This is found in the Stampin' Up annual catalog. All right, so this should be available through April. Paper. Stamp set is only available through February 29th, all right? So that's next Thursday. So you've got 6 days left to still place an order of $50 or more and earn qualifying exclusive Sale A Bration items, all right, with your purchase. The best time to shop is when you can get freebies along with that. All right, and so we're going to make a gorgeous collage card, which I think you're really going to enjoy. So let's flip the camera, we'll get right into it. I was a few minutes late jumping on today because my dad stopped by for a visit and, well, we chatted for a little bit. So, yep, but that is good. We had a nice chat and now we're back here in video time. So, we're gonna flip the camera. We'll go ahead and get started. Okay. All right, so I think I got this figured out, at least how to flip the camera from last time. Still not sure what happens here when I try to adjust my lighting, but all right, well, we'll keep playing with that. So, like I said, 6 days left of February. Yes, thank you. Welcome back. Glad some of you found me over here. Okay, host code for February to associate orders with me so I can send you your free tutorials as well as your workshop packet for our live workshop next Friday, which is March 1st. All right, so if you place an order with $50 or more, you can choose your Sale A Bration item. All right, you've got 24 different options. The detailed Dogwood set is just one of them. And then I'll also send you a make and take packet for this center step fold card. Alrighty, so let's get started. We've got our detailed Dogwood stamp set. I am gonna pull in Sentiment from the Softly Sophisticated stamp set. This is actually a bundle with an embossing folder. All right, that is a free with $100 purchase. And then I've got everything on here. We're gonna do a little coloring with some Stampin' blends. I pulled the paper colors, the colors we're gonna use here, from that Masterfully Made paper pack. Like I said, this paper is so gorgeous. You've got all kinds of fun collage elements, lots of bright colors on here, some floral designs and leaves. One of my favorite paper packs. And then we are also going to use the deckled rectangle dies, which I've got there. And that's pretty much all we need. All right, so we'll just slide these things off to the side for a little bit as we get started here. All right. Okay, I was gonna say, leave me a comment. Let me know if you are here. We are starting with some pretty peacock cardstock. All right, our colors and I match. If you noticed here, we've got pretty peacock, we've got some fresh freesia. I've got a little bit of Lost Lagoon in here and some berry burst. So those are the 4 colors I'm working with today. Our card base is going to be pretty peacock, just a regular half sheet, 5.5 by 8.5. We are folding at the 4 1/4 mark. And there we go, we've got our card base for that. Okay, I did cut a layer of basic white to 4 by 5 1/4. And we're gonna go ahead, we'll stick this inside our card, which gives us a nice place to write, especially since we're using the dark colored cardstock here. Okay, for the card base. All right, now for this collage effect, I die cut the different elements of our Masterfully Made Designer Series paper with our deckled rectangle dies. And you notice these come in different sizes. And of course, they've got that little kind of torn edge look. So I'm using, for my background layer, the second largest of the deckled rectangles. And then for the next layer, I use the third size, okay? So that background is a little bit bigger than the next layer. And then my sentiment label, I use the smallest one here to die cut some basic white. So that's what you'll need besides your card base here. So we can mix and match. I cut some different layers. So if you're following along, let me know. I love, 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 love this gorgeous piece. Okay, this has the pretty peacock, the Lost Lagoon, the berry burst, the freesia. All right, and the back side of it has this gorgeous pretty peacock and Lost Lagoon leaves. So my original intent was to do the background here, the larger piece with the leaves, and then use this detailed flower piece, okay, to layer on top. And then we stamp our dogwood, okay, for our full collage effect. But of course the papers are double-sided, so you can mix and match. So we could always do the floral background as our largest piece, and then do either pretty peacock leaves or use a different pattern here that has some of these fresh freesia leaves on the front. I think maybe I will try that one, and then I'll show you my other option. Well, this would be another one here. We could do the fresh freesia background. All right, so many different ways to do this. Don't go too crazy overthinking it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to angle these. So we're going to put the largest piece down first. Okay, and I'm going to angle this across the front of the card. All right, I realize the whole thing is angled for you there. All right, there we go. And then I'm going to take my fresh freesia layer here, and if you look closely, there are words on this, so I'm trying to make sure I do it, sorry about that, so that the words are right side up. It's really faint. It's just a little type print, so you can't really read what it says, but just in case somebody does look that close, I do like to make sure that it's right side up. And then we're going to angle this one in the opposite direction there. Alrighty, I'm gonna see if I can adjust this lighting one more time. Okay, there we go. There was a little check mark in the corner that I missed on my screen, but I think that helps visually a little bit, give you, so you can see this just a little bit better. Hi, Kathy. Hello, hello. All right, that's great. So I can see some comments. All right, looks like all is well. All is working at the moment, so that is a good thing. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do here, since we've got started our collage background, is we're going to take some basic white, and you can use a scrap, whatever you've got. We just need something large enough to stamp our dogwood stamp on. It is fairly large, so I'm using my E block, and I wanted all my colors to coordinate. So I'm going to use the Pretty Peacock ink pad. All right, our classic ink pads from Stampin' Up are water-based, and since I'm going to color my design with Stampin' blends, which are alcohol-based, then that works out perfectly. All right, when you are coloring, whether it be watercoloring or coloring with markers or Stampin' blends, you always want to stamp with one type of ink and then color with a different type. Okay, if you use the same type for both, that's when the lines run and it all smears. Okay, oh, isn't that, the stamp set is just so gorgeous. Look at all the detail in that line art. Absolutely beautiful. All right, while I have my ink here, I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment onto my little deckled rectangle piece. And while the detailed dogwood set has some gorgeous images and collage art here, there isn't a sentiment in it. So that's why I pulled in my Softly Sophisticated. And so I thought I would use the You're in My Thoughts. All right, so I've got that inked up. Also gonna use some Pretty Peacock for that. I really need to re-ink my pad, which is why I'm pressing a little more. All right, so let's go right here in the center. Oh, nice. Don't you just love it when you when it stamps and it just comes out exactly how you wanted it. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this over, put a couple of dimensionals on that, and then set that aside. That'll be ready and waiting for us here, just up here in the wings, until we're ready for it. Okay, so let's go ahead and color this gorgeous detailed dogwood. So since we stamped in Pretty Peacock, I'm gonna go a little bit lighter here with my leaves, and I'm going to use my light Lost Lagoon Stampin' blends. Yes, sometimes it is hard to get sentiment straight on little pieces, so I always celebrate. Always celebrate when it comes out just like I wanted it to. So I'm going to use my brush tip and just gently paint on my leaves here. Now don't worry too much if you do go outside the lines. I don't do a lot of fussing cutting, but I am on this. There is not a die set for this image, and for my collage effect, I really wanted it to be cut out. So I'm gonna use my paper snips for that. Okay, so just 2 more leaves here. And because we're coloring with a slightly lighter color, we still have that nice detail from the stamp coming through. Okay, so that was light Lost Lagoon. And now I'm going to use light Fresh Freesia. Again, these are all colors from the Masterfully made paper pack. All right, so again, I'm gonna go through and color all over, and then I can come back in with a darker color and add some extra detail. I'm just gonna go all around with the light first, and let's do the center as well. If you enjoy coloring, leave me a comment. I love coloring and I love flowers, and well, these are my favorite. My favorite color of all time with Stampin' Up is Coastal Cabana, which is a nice bright aqua, kind of a Caribbean blue. All right, but anything in that blue-green family is my favorite. So I love this color combination of Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. All right, so I'm gonna mix my colors a little bit. I used Fresh Freesia, but I'm gonna come in with some Berry Burst. You notice in our background paper here, let me show you a closer image. We have this collage of Bubble Bath, Fresh Freesia, and Berry Burst flowers. All right, so I'm going to, like I said, did the Fresh Freesia, and then I'm gonna come in here and layer it up with a little bit of Bubble Bath. I think I'm gonna use my brush tip instead on this. All right, and then just come in and highlight some of those areas. That way I have that fun two-tone color going through, and I'll go darker on that. All right, I don't want to overpower the whole thing, but I do like having the 2 different colors here. All right. A little bit darker in the center. And I know this might not look like much to start. Okay, but then I'm gonna take my light Freesia again, and I'm gonna go back over it, okay? That's the great thing with the blends, is that you can continue to layer color and smooth it all out. And if it gets too dark, See how much you like? You can always come in with the color lifter. This is a single Stampin' blend, and it does help to, it doesn't necessarily remove the color, but it does lighten it. So that's pretty handy as well. Now I'm gonna use my Dark Gloss Lagoon. I do wanna add just a little bit of color here to the stem and branch of my dogwood here. All right, I think that's pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna leave it like that for right now. I'm gonna add in some Wink of Stella. All right, where are my Stella fans? Stella is a clear glitter pen. Hi, Wendy. Hello, hello. All right, yes, these colors are so pretty. So we're gonna do a little bit of fussy cutting here. All right, I'm not gonna get right too close. All right, again, kind of hold your snips steady and let your paper rotate. Okay, that works just a little. And then start like I did with a leaf. Start with an edge that's a little bit easier. Okay, you don't jump right into the super fine detailed parts. Start out with an area that's just a little bit easier. Get yourself started. Okay, and then just work around. Go slowly. I know some people actually love fussy cutting. They find it therapeutic. All right, and then I've known people too who absolutely hate fussy cutting. So leave me a comment. Let me know which one are you? Do you love it or do you hate it? Or are you like me and I don't really feel strongly about either. I will fussy cut as necessary to achieve the desired effect, okay? So I tolerate it. I guess that's what I should say. I definitely do prefer my die cuts, but the stamp set is so beautiful that I think it's worth the little sacrifice to fussy cut. Yes, all right, Kathy, I think we're in the same boat. Fussy cut as necessary, but not too often. All right. Okay, so, and then the white part in between, I'm just gonna leave that, okay? I'm not gonna worry about getting out my like X-Acto knife tip or anything like that, okay? We're almost done. Thank you for putting up with me. I wanted to show you the whole process here for coloring this. All right, I feel like it came out a little dark here, but when I add the Wink of Stella, that's amazing. All right, a little sparkle is fantastic. Love our Wink of Stella. Unfortunately, Wink of Stella is currently out of stock. Some reason Stampin' Up! They've had it ordered for quite some time, and there's a delay on the end of the manufacturer. Stampin' Up! Does order Wink of Stella from you know, whoever produces that there. It's not made in-house, which is why we do have to wait a little bit. But the great thing with Wink of Stella, if you already have some, the barrel of Wink of Stella is refillable. You can use a little bit of rubbing alcohol, all right, inside the barrel of your Wink of Stella, and that will help extend the life. That rubbing alcohol helps loosen the little glitter flecks that might stick to the inside of the barrel. All right, Wink of Stella, actually, you can unscrew it and pop out this little plug, and then you can put rubbing alcohol in the barrel. Okay, make sure you screw the cap back on, make sure it's secure. All right, and then when you pull the lid off, there is the brush with the glitter. Okay, so works good. Okay, so we've got our gorgeous dogwood flower already cut out. I'm gonna put this on the card first with some Stampin' Dimensionals, and then I'm gonna color it with my Stella. All right, so let's go ahead and put this on. Again, with the Stampin' Blends, it is a good idea to have something protecting your table, all right, your work surface. In this case, I'm using Stampin' Up's Stampin' Studio Glass Mat, which is awesome. It's got the grid lines built right into it, and if I need to clean it, I just grab my chamois and wipe it right off. That's great. All right, you can get the Stampin' Glass Mat. It's currently only available as a free gift with the purchase of a Stampin' Up starter kit. All right, so if you were to join my Creative Cardiology team, you could choose in your Stampin' Up starter kit, which means you can get anything out of any of the catalogs or online store. You choose $125 worth of product. You're gonna pay just $99 for that. Your shipping's free. You will pay applicable tax in your state. All right, so in New York, I pay 8%, so 8% on 99, the kit comes out to be like $106.72. And you could get the glass mat free, which comes with the mat itself, the cleaning chamois, the silicone mat there. A great deal. It's a $60 value. At this time, Stampin' Up has not revealed whether they will offer it for purchase. As demonstrators, we had a short pre-order for it where we were able to purchase it. That's how I got mine. But they only had a limited quantity, so that was a short pre-order on that. And if they have any left over from our Sale A Bration special here, then they may offer it to demonstrators again. But at this time, there is no indication that Stampin' Up will offer it as a customer purchase. All right, so I'm going to put my little sentiment on here. I kind of wanted it under my leaves a little bit. Let's see here. Poke it around. I guess we'll do that. We'll cover up the stem just a little bit. Okay, so I made my sentiment label so that it's parallel to my card there. We're gonna use our Stella, so I'm gonna squeeze the barrel a little bit and give it a little bit of a shake to start with. Okay, and then we're gonna brush this on our flowers. So I'm just gonna paint it on, do a little more in the centers. And you just gently squeeze a little bit as you go, just very lightly, okay? Just painting it on, so fun. And then I'm gonna bring it up to the light here. Can you see the sparkle on that? Gorgeous. All right, so I think our card here needs a finishing touch. So I am going to use the adhesive backed birds and dragonflies. These are an online exclusive. So again, these are not in a catalog. You'll find these in the Stampin' Up online store. They were out of stock for a little while, but they are back. All right, you definitely need to get some of these. They come with both the birds and the dragonflies. And I've got a couple here. I kind of combined packs as I use them up a little bit. All right, and these, they're gorgeous. They're little gold foil. They're perfectly flat. So these are great for putting on a card because they do not take up any extra, they don't add any bulk, all right? They're absolutely flat, so you can put as many on your card as you want, and you don't have to worry about them, you know, making your card bumpy or anything like that. So I put 2 there. Let's go ahead, let's do a third. Got one over here. And let's see, I'll go right up here. And I think these little gold dragonfly elements just add a little bit of pop here against our collage effect, because the background is quite busy with these masterfully made papers, but they're gorgeous, gorgeous. So I'm really happy with the way that turned out. What do you guys think? I'll show you my original. I designed this for my Creative Cardiology Team blog hop. There's 4 of us that once a month we create a series of blog projects to share, and sometimes it's nice to do a little video for you too. So this was the one I originally made. I used the pretty peacock leaf background, and I put the flowers on top, and so that's why I went with the fresh freesia on this one, because I couldn't decide if the dogwood flower just blended a little bit too much into that floral background. So that's why on this one I put the floral on the back and the fresh freesia as this layer against my flowers. What do you think? Which one do you prefer? And again, I used the little dragonfly embellishments. I've got some Stella on here too. I think on this one, I do see I have my bubble bath blends here too. So I went a little bit lighter on this one with bubble bath and my berry burst. Okay, so just a little bit different technique. This one I had stamped with my Tuxedo Black Memento ink. Gives you just a little bit different look. And then both sentiments there, the "You're in My Thoughts" and the "Hello" there, are from the Softly Sophisticated stamp set, which again you'll find as a Sale A Bration offering here. This is the detailed dogwood on page 15, and then Softly Sophisticated. Oops, I think I misspoke earlier, and I said detailed dogwood was free with 50. It's actually free with 100. Okay, and then the Softly Sophisticated is another 100 choice. Stampin' Up! Likes to give us different options. So, like I said, we've got 24 different choices between the Sale A Bration exclusive brochure and the additional catalog items that they have offered here during February. All right. Oh, thank you. Yes. Oh, good. Kathy likes the one I did today. But yeah, I like them both. I like them both. And it just shows how you can change it up a little bit. Okay. And so fun. So I hope you'll try a little bit of collage effect. Again, that detailed dogwood stamp set makes it super easy. Of course, I dressed it up here. But if you do visit my blog, JessBCreativeCardiology.com, then you'll also see a link to my friend Kim's post, and she did an ultra simple where she just stamped the detailed dogwood on some basic white and matted it, and so it's so pretty that it looks great just stamped all by itself. All right, so lots of options there. Again, love the collage effect. Those deckled rectangle dies are a must, as well as the dragonfly embellishments. All right, thank you guys for joining me this afternoon. Go enjoy the sunshine if you have some. I'm feeling springy today. We are going to change that tune tomorrow morning when the weather drops and we're in the single digits. But then we're going to be back up to almost 60 next week. So we are on a weather roller coaster here in New York. And if you are too, and wherever you are tuning in from, stay warm, stay cozy. Happy stamping to you. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. All right. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you can find out when I post my videos. Go live here on YouTube both on Tuesdays and Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope to see you again soon. All righty. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.